All right, Schlockmeister fans, from 1981 with Shelley Winters. It's called Looping. Let's watch.
The more I see, the more I stand alone.
Here's Carmen and her husband Johnny. They run a carnival. Shelley Winters on the right.
Was meinst du mit früher? Früher? Du bist eben nicht so schön wie ich. Hm?
Now, from near as I can tell, Shelley Winters isn't the nicest of people at this carnival. Not the greatest owner.
Du eines Morgens aufwachst und bist so tot wie die Mager.
That seems like a threat.
Nicht zu wundern.
Lissy, du musst was tun. Du bist doch völlig aus dem Training.
Keep an eye on Lisa. I don't trust her. Carmen, that's Shelley Winters, she gets mad at her husband Johnny.
Wünscht euch doch gefälligst das Geld für den Loop. Johnny, hör mit dem Gequatsch auf. Zieh dir dein Kostüm an, wir haben gleich eine Show laufen.
At least it seems like she's angry. I don't know what the hell she just said. Anyway, this carnival puts on some shows, too. Although I don't think the shows are very popular. In fact, the carnival is failing. Then all of a sudden, Tanya comes in. That's the actress Sydney Rome. She comes with an offer.
Ich habe euch nämlich echt was zu sagen. Ich verstehe kein einziges Wort. Wovon redest du eigentlich?
That's two of us,
Kapierst du
Sally.
das ehrlich nicht? Es geht um das Prinzip. Einfach immer voll draufhauen. Darum geht's doch bloß. Ist doch letztlich kein Unterschied, was das...
What is Tanya's plan? She's gonna be a stripper and try to bring in some more coin to this place. Needless to say, they're impressed and they're gonna hire her. Tanya and Carmen go shopping. Outfits.
Und aus diesem Grund muss die eine
Outfits for the
Hausfrau
stage.
alle zusammen an ihrem Hochzeitstag. Das haben Sie aber schön gesagt.
This is the night of the first paying audience, and we have a nude scene here I can't show you. I really wish I could, though, because she's nice. Tanya becomes quite popular at the carnival,
Dein lieber Johnny ist bereit.
although I don't think everybody appreciates it.
Ist so verwirrt, dass ihm die Eier platzen.
That his balls burst. It seems to me that she, for some reason, she has her sights set on Carmen's husband, Johnny, who's about 35 years older than her.
Oh, Johnny.
Is she
Wir
jealous?
sind 30 Jahre verheiratet. Und jetzt bist du scharf auf einen süßen kleinen Arsch. Und da meinst du, ich stopp die beste Show, die wir je hatten. Was bist du für ein dummer alter Mann, Johnny? Schick Tanja weg.
I think she wants to get rid of Tanya.
Schicken? Sie macht gerade ein Vermögen.
But Carmen doesn't.
Ach, du meinst, ich soll sie aus der Show nehmen, damit du bleiben kannst? Oh, das ist doch wohl nicht dein Ernst. Geschäftsbedingungen. Wir haben doch keinen Vertrag mit.
Tanya has another idea.
Miss
At the bumper
Sind
cars.
wir keine Partner mehr? Wir sind noch nie Partner gewesen.
She wants to be
Ich hatte
partners.
Mitleid mit dir, weil du so hilflos
In what
rumgehangen
exactly?
hast.
We'll find out about the bumper cars later. In the meantime, she has her clutches on Johnny. Like I said, 35-year age difference, but she seems to be making some moves. It's hard to believe. And Johnny, well, he's digging it.
Was?
Ja, ich liebe dich, ja. Deshalb ist alles ganz anders.
And Carmen actually catches them together. Although she doesn't say anything now. But later she confronts him.
Hast du gehört? Schluss.
But you blew my mind.
I mentioned the bumper cars to you. she has another idea. Basically parade herself with the bumper cars, collect money from the guys, and she'll split that 50-50 with Carmen. When they turn the power off, she collects money. And when she's got the money, turn the power back on. Let the show begin again. Now here she suggests that they get into looping. What that means is get a roller coaster with a
Ich
loop.
sehe nur, dass du geschrumpft bist, Johnny. Dass du ein Schießbudenbesitzer bist und nie etwas anderes sein kannst. Und wenn du dir das Ding da kaufst, bist du ein Looping-Besitzer.
Now here she's dealing with some sort of inspector who came by. I don't know why.
Wir hauen ab hier. Komm, Lissy.
She went out to do a show on her own, kind of like a stripper show, but she failed miserably.
Ich werde nicht gehen.
Lissy, die werden dich...
Not exactly sure why here, but as she was doing a show, Johnny removed her.
Wenn er dich so anstarrt, ich kann das nicht...
Der Witz. Du wirst schon sehen, die Leute werden lachen.
Meanwhile, later on, she's back in her act again. And the money keeps rolling in. I believe what's happening here is that she signed off to buy a roller coaster, a loop, for their carnival. With all the money rolling in, they can now afford it.
So, und ab jetzt gehört er mir.
This has created a lot of chaos and a lot of money, and I guess it's time for Tanya to go.
Okay, Kleines.
Perhaps find another carnival. So here's the carnival, the catapult. Johnny and Carmen getting in for the first ride. And did you notice that gun? Well, the ride seems to be successful. But I think we have a disgruntled employee behind that shotgun. We sure do. And as the roller coaster comes to an end, so does our movie. Alright, let's talk about looping. This is a movie that showed up on cable back in the mid-'80s. I looked through my old cable guides probably in the late 90s and decided I wrote down every movie that if it ever comes back, I'm going to try to get a hold of, whatever, get a copy. For some reason, I put looping on that list, and I looked and looked and looked forever. It was not released in this country, but I found a pre-recorded VHS tape in Australia, and I bought it. And then I watched it at that time. I didn't think much of it. Trying to track down a new copy of it, though, has been very, very difficult. My PAL machine doesn't work anymore. That PAL tape I have apparently isn't any good because I tried to get it copied from at some place. They said the tape is bad. Trying to find an English version of this is just an exercise in futility. I found two places that actually had it. Both were in German. However, this one had subtitles on it. However, they're the strangest subtitles I've ever seen. It looks like somebody just put it into some sort of like live translator and it just translated as the movie played and stuck the words on the screen, because the translations are not all that good. You can tell sometimes, especially when there's like playing a song. Like there's a lot of Roxy Music songs in this, and then when the lyrics are very clear, you can see on the words don't match. I don't know who did this or how it was done, but it's not perfect, but I did the best I could with this. If anybody has the English version out there, like I said, it was released on tape in Australia, please get in touch with me because I want to have a copy of it. I know it exists. It's very hard to find, though, so please get in touch with me if you have an English version of this. Anyway, the movie itself, as far as I can tell, it wasn't easy because it was in German and the subtitles weren't great, but there's a carnival in Berlin run by Shelley Winters and her husband. And they're not doing very well financially. Suddenly, this Sydney Rome, who's this lovely Italian actress, shows up, and she has an idea. I'll be a stripper, and you can make tons of money. And that's what happens. They hire her as a stripper. She makes tons of money. Suddenly, the carnival is booming again. And she also goes through this weird routine where she jumps on the bumper car track and kind of dances around there and collects money from people there as well. And she splits that 50-50 with Shelley Winters. ultimately, there's also some subplot here about a roller. They want to get a roller coaster here. I think this guy is trying to sell them a roller coaster. I'm not sure if she's somehow, or this guy's somehow in cahoots with Sydney Rome or what. Tanya is Sydney Rome. But ultimately, they do buy one, but they end up making another one of their employees mad at them. And when they take the first victory ride on the roller coaster, this disgruntled employee shoots them with a shotgun while they're on the ride. Great shot, by the way, and killed them both. And that's kind of how the movie ends. And Tanya is basically walking away at the end of this movie, actually right before the roller coaster scene. So anyway, don't know what to make of this. Now, Sydney Rome, as far as I know, is the only movie I had with her. And she's a beautiful lady. Has a couple of topless scenes here. She appeared in several editions of some European Playboy magazines, Italy and Spain and Germany as well. That's her on the cover there. Like I said, not available on DVD. This is a DVD-R. I did not make this one, though. I bought this the way it is here. But again, I really want one with English, with the English soundtrack. I know it exists. It was on cable, and I do have a PAL VHS of it, which was in English. So it's out there. Somebody help me, please. Where is the English language version of Looping? Please help me. I want to find it. So anyway, has anybody else seen this movie? Probably not. Is anybody else going to be able to find it? Probably not, because I had a hard time finding it, and I'm pretty good. But hey, maybe you're better than me. Maybe you can find the English language version of Looping. Oh, what a film. But anyway, Sydney Rome looks gorgeous. She definitely keeps your interest. She's wearing these hot pants and, like I said, gets topless a couple of times. I do like Shelley Winters, although she wasn't speaking English, so it was hard to tell what she was saying. And like I said, the subtitles weren't that great. So anyway, the Roxy Music soundtrack is pretty good too. So anyway, check it out if you can. And if you can, English version, tell me about it. Looping, watch it. Bye.